Magazine. Today, we're bringing to you a lot of interesting segments, so stay with us. In our first segment, which is Story of the Week, we will be continuing our interview with Dr. Nadia Al-Arabi to learn more about her story of success, especially in the field of swimming. It will be followed by the Eye of Horus, and in it, we will be heading to the Museum of Dr. Hassan Ragab. As for our Africa page, in it, we will be heading to the Cairo International Exhibition to see the various products of the Republic of Sudan. In our science page, we will be attending a conference about the chest disease. Finally, in our NGOs page, we will be joining Sayyida Nafisa's Foundation in its celebration of Orphans' Day. In today's Story of the Week, we will be heading to the Gezira Club to continue my interview with engineer Dr. Nadia Al-Arabi and to continue talking about her story of success, especially in the field of swimming.
So how did you manage to do the master's and PhD when you were still and travel abroad while you were married?
I had a lot of support from my late husband. He also was doing his PhD at that time, and he knew that it was important for me to finish my master's and my PhD since I'm working in the National Research Center. So he was very supportive of my.
When your late husband was alive and now you were an engineer, you had to work, and you later on became a mother, I understand, because you told me before the interview that you're a grandma as well. What's the equation for a woman, a working woman, to be successful both indoors at the house and also outside, because you reached high positions in a variety of establishments you worked for?
Well, we always say that behind a great man is a great woman. Behind a great woman is a great man also. You have to have coordination in the work. You have to help each other. If someone is not helping, it just doesn't work. But if you have support from your husband, from your partner, whoever it is, you can do a lot of things.
Doctor, actually, although now you are an international masters swimming champion, but this is not your first championship, because actually you were a champion during at university as well. Would you talk to us about swimming during your university studies?
During the university, actually, I was playing a lot of things. Any free time I had between lectures, I was either playing swimming or ping pong or basketball or athletics. I used to have championships in running, in high jump. I used to go a lot with the university in any sports they want, because I just loved sports.
So when did you start swimming in general in your life?
I started swimming, I was around 6 years old. I started learning swimming, and I swam for the club here in the Gezira Club. And when I went to the university, I continued for any competitions they had. I used to participate in.
So, doctor, can we move to the pool together?
Yes, sure.
And there we'll continue our interview.
Okay, let's do that.
So let's go. Doctor, you mentioned earlier that you stopped for 42 years, then you decided to come back to swimming. What made you decide and make such a decision, and what happened after that?
I always loved swimming, I never wanted to stop, but I had to stop because I was studying and I got married and I traveled. I went to the United States for my master's degree. Lots of things happened, and I just lost touch with swimming and the sports. I used to play a lot of sports. But then I found that in the Gezira Club, they had a group for the master swimmers and a group also for the masters in ping pong and basketball. They have for the elder people to keep up their health and fitness. You need to do some sports. So that's the main reason I came back, for my health.
And you told me that actually before the interview you mentioned that actually before that or during that time you won actually 2 national championships. Would you talk to me about these?
Yes, I won 4 national championships, yes, because I started 4 years ago, and we have, for the masters, we have around 3 to 4 competitions per year. So I go to all the competitions. It's not only for sports and health, you also meet people. All my friends now are from the different clubs. I have lots of friends from the Heliopolis Club, from the Alexandria Sporting Club, and so on. And we always meet in the nationals. We meet in the Cairo zone. We meet here in Abu Haif competitions, and we meet also in Sporting in Alexandria. They have a very nice sponsored competition in May always, and that's the Rotary. So, and that in the Rotary they have other countries. They invite other countries. So we once were swimming against Germany and Saudi Arabia. Last year the Saudi Arabians came. I don't know who was coming this year, but we always look forward to Alexandria also in the Rotary.
What type of medals did you win? Gold, silver, what type?
Well, my special stroke is breaststroke, and I usually win the gold in the breaststroke. All the breaststroke, the 50 breaststroke and the 100 breaststroke. When I travel outside, I also participate in the 200 breaststroke. And this year I won in Germany gold in the 50, 100 and 200 breaststroke.
For the practice and the training sessions, how many hours do you spend on swimming?
I come nearly 5 days a week. We have a trainer, a special trainer for the club. He comes from 7 to 10 and he puts a program which is about 3 kilos for everyone to swim. Of course, the young ones swim the 3 kilos in 45 minutes and go out. For me, I take 2 hours to swim it, but I continue and I finish slowly and I go out. So I nearly swim around 10 hours a week on 5 days.
Earlier we were talking about how you traveled to Germany to represent Egypt and your club in the international master swimming competitions. Was that the only competition you took a part in which is outside Egypt? And if not, would you talk to us about being abroad and the type of experience you gain when you participate in international competitions?
Of course, it's a lot of fun. The first competition I went was an international. It was a World Masters. It was World Master Olympic Games. That had everything, not only the water games, but it had also ping pong, it had hockey, it had basketball, it had everything. And it was held in Sydney, Australia in 2009. It was a lovely competition. I made a lot of friends there. I decided to enter actually swimming and ping pong, but the ping pong, the Japanese were just extremely strong. I was out from the very start. In the swimming, I took 6th position in 200-meter breast. The competition is much stronger in the world competitions, of course, because all the countries are participating. I went after that in 2010 to Gothenburg, Sweden, and that was a final organized master swimming competition. It was only for water games, which is the water ballet, water polo, swimming, and in Europe and Sweden, and of course everyone was there. Sydney, Australia is a bit far away, so there are some countries that were very few people that went. But in the world competition in 2010, that was really strong, very strong. But it's lots of fun to be there. You make lots of friends, you get to know lots of people, and you have your own small community that everybody has the same hobby, which is really nice.
What about your family? Are they supportive for that? Do they like swimming as well?
Yes, we all love swimming, and they are very supportive for me, and they know I've made a lot of friends. I travel with my friends now to international competitions. I have lots of fun. Of course, starting the day with sports, especially swimming, is very refreshing. You go in and swim, you do your sports at the very beginning of the day. I come at 7 o'clock in the morning, you take a hot shower, and you do whatever you like. Lots of people that are working come and swim with us and then go to work, and it's very nice. All my family knows how to swim. I have 2 daughters, I have 2 grandchildren, and my granddaughter is a champion in water ballet. So she took twice with her team gold in the nationals in Egypt. Mm-hmm.
So finally, what's your dream on the personal side, and also if you have a bigger dream?
On the personal side, I'm praying to God that He keeps my health and keeps me swimming. I passed through a hard time last summer. I got an injury in my spine that made me go away from swimming for about 2 months completely. I was sleeping on my back for 2 months nearly, and then I started to swim slowly. With the physical therapy, there is water therapy, and because I'm a swimmer, the doctor allowed me to come and swim. That was at the beginning of June. I missed the rest of the competitions of last year, but then I started again in the nationals this year in February, and I won 3 gold medals. I went down in only 3 competitions, and she didn't allow me to jump the start. She told me, I'm afraid that with the impact of the water, something happens again to you, because I'm still doing physical therapy up till now. But I won gold in the 3 swimmers I went in. And then I decided to go with the group that was going to Germany last week. And we were a group of 7 Egyptians, and we got 31 medals on the whole. I got 5 medals, 4 gold and 1 silver, 3 in my specialty, which is 50 breast and 100 breast and 200 breast, and 2 in mixed relays. Mixed relay medley, in which I swam also my specialty, which is breast, and mixed relay free, which I swam 50 free in. But up there I did the start, and that was why I was happy, not for the medals, but because my dream is to keep my health, to sustain my health. This is my big dream.
Dr. Nadia Al-Arabi, engineer as well as one of Egypt's international champions in the Masters swimming competitions. Thank you very much for this interview.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Now it's time for the Eye of Horus. Now it's time to head to the Pharaonic village to look more into the rest of the Dr. Hassan Ragab Museum.